Alrighty, my friends. Rand needs to learn Mac without a leg. That's right, I need to play legless Mac. Well, yeah, like, so what I was talking about with the MMR thing, so I'm, what is this, Copper 5? And I'm not completely sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm not just being matched up with people who are Copper 4, 5, 6, or something right around my rank. It feels like with all the, like, people who have the fully animated Grand Founder titles and, you know, all the unlocks it looks like they have, it seems like I'm playing people with far more experience and ranking than I have. And it feels like if you're going to design a PvP game and not have some sort of equality MMR matching, you've made a weird design. I would honestly say, I probably say this too much, but if you have a PvP game and you don't have a matchmaking system, it seems like a bad design decision. So maybe there is MMR and I'm not seeing it, but it doesn't feel like I'm getting matched up with people of my same experience level. Thank you for the follow, Sook. Any build without femur is called peg leg Mac. Okay. Alright, so we lost our first ever Mac ranked run, so we have no more tickets, and I'm not spending 100 of my gems to do that. So we're going to do a normal run, and I'm going to try, even if I see femur, I'm going to pass on it. I'm going to try to force a poison build so I can understand, maybe get some experience figuring out how to scale a poison build. I feel like I always have a lot of money on this character too. What do I think about the beginning bonuses? Getting early enchant seems kind of cool, but skill is good too, but less money and slower start, no gold. On Vanessa, I feel like enchant is really, really strong because she has a harder time getting enchants. On Mac, I feel like enchant is a little less useful because he has all these reagents that you transform and they become enchanted. So I think I like skill on Mac. But I'm a noob, so... Why the F do I get only weapon choices on Mac? Jesus. Well, I want to do a poison build. Now this looks like I need to get a weapon build on Mac. I doubt I'm going to have 5 or fewer items ever at any point, will I? I don't know, I don't want to plan around just whatever my very first thing is here. I don't know if I'm going to get 5 or fewer items, but whatever.
The Bazaar's a crazy place, right? So, how about this weather we're...
Oh, you're leaving. He cracks me up. Chunk of lead, catalyst. Oh, crap. I would rather have bought both of those than any of those. Oh, I don't think I could have afforded that anyway. Catalyst or chunk of lead. I'd have to sell both these items to get one of these 2 items. Alright. Let's just do this for now.
Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
You just have to watch Ram play Max since you don't have them yet to learn all the good strats. Skill starts can be rough since that option gives no money. True, true. Kimono, cover drone, inlet. When you slow, weapon gains damage. Kimono is all about shielding. I guess Kyber drone has the most useful stuff. Maybe. Then maybe I could get a long John for a couple of fights or something. I was afraid for a second I didn't do this right. Where I put this on the wrong side. I might have lost if that was the case, actually. trash tier start. I got useless, maybe not useless, but very weak feeling skill choices, and then the items I had an option for were not great. So maybe skill is not the greatest on this guy, where I got unlucky.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Well, I have no money, and I don't think I care about upgrading any of the junk that I have to start. Unless I really think I'm going to be playing around Long John. I could sell this for 2 extra from him, but no, let's just get an item. Ah, when you poison this gains damage. Interesting. I don't think I'm ever playing around that. Ah, this can give skills and something else. Let's get small non-weapon item. I just want to get some free stuff right now. Alright, I feel like I'm really weak. So I have to hope she's really weak to start.
I have faced 82 foes exactly like you. People are a pattern.
What do you have? Volcanic vents and the heavy ambergris. Okay, I don't think this looks very good, but that is burn. I'm hoping the lifesteal on this guy wins me this fight. I think it might. Especially for frickin' crit. Holy crap. We have 30% crit chance. Okay, artillery spotter actually is doing work now. Holy crits. Alright, GG. She has a weapon skill as well with no weapon. That's unlucky. Of course, it's hard to get excited about a normal run since I can't get anything out of normal runs. Which again feels like a poor design decision. Why would you make it so that playing normal does nothing for you? I guess it gets you experience, so I guess it doesn't do actually nothing, it just feels kind of pointless. Have I ever considered playing an MMO like Foxhole? I don't know what Foxhole is. But yeah, I have played an MMO on stream. I played WoW on stream.
I will defeat death itself.
So I have played an MMO on stream. It was hardcore classic WoW I played on stream. I don't... And I am thinking about playing Ashes of Creation on stream when it comes out as well. I really want to go poison, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Half my life mastering that technique. So like 9 years.
Sale, no sale.
This guy gives me a catalyst at the beginning of the day. Am I really gonna play around leeches? When he poisons, gains damage and has lifesteal. I don't really want to play around that. Adjacent potion or reagent. I do have 2 reagents I can play around here.
Just toss that on my back and I'll trot it to your door.
Yeah, I don't want to play around that. So this will poison 3 times, which will give you some extra poison damage. I mean, I guess this will actually be pretty strong early. Alright, I'll upgrade this guy.
Oh, delivery's free. I like the exercise.
I do have 30% crit chance on everything because of my low number of items right now. Okay. What is Foxhole, though? Is that an actual MMO? I've never heard of it. Oh, Scrapper, Covetous Thief, Covenant Crab. Shield, that's an easy fight. Probably can win this fight. Covetous Thief, Golden Crit. Yeah, I think with this on multicast and this thing, I think we're good for the Scrapper. But yeah, Phase 3 of Alpha 2 of Ashes of Creation starts next month. Now, I don't know if I'm going to start streaming it as soon as that starts, but it's the game that I've been most excited about for the last couple of years. So I will probably stream it at some point. The problem is if I want to get into the alpha, it's like $100, so it's kind of expensive.
I have no time for you.
Okay, buys my medium items. Go for the fight. Feels like I need to get some econ going, so a fight that can get me money and experience would be really helpful. Oh, thank God, we finally get a fight on this event.
I've studied for this. I can win.
Man, if I get one of his experience things, that would be awesome too. God, he's doing some good damage to me. Please lifesteal before we die, thank you. Holy crit! Holy crit! Alright, extra XP, baby.
Another step forward on my path.
Bronze tier potion. Bronze tier item. Do I want potions? Potion does work with the Aludil thing, so sure. Burn 5, okay. So I get 1 experience from that. Bronze item. Upgrade. Got another free item, poison item. Alright, Nightshade. I really like the idea of a Nightshade plus a Nightshade plus Ouroboros stacking build. And we heal or regen. This gains poison. This gives regen. Okay, so we actually want this and this poison, so that'll stack that. Okay. So I'd like to... The build I'd like to do would be Nightshade, Ouroboros statue, and then the rest of my board is Quill and Ink. I feel like that might actually be really strong, but who knows. Foxhole, massively multiplayer game where thousands of players shape the outcome of a persistent online war. Every individual soldier is a player that contributes to the war effort through logistics, base building, reconnaissance, combat, and more. I don't think that sounds like my kind of MMO. I like fantasy, class-based MMOs. So I don't think that sounds up my alley, to be honest. I'm not a like soldier combat war game type of enjoyer gamer. Alright, we finally have some money. Let's see if we can find something good. So this will give me a chunk of blood each day, which I do want. And I think catalyst-wise... could transform this. I don't think I want to transform that. Double poison. Definitely not what I was hoping to get from that. I don't have any heal items for these to buff. When you slow freeze, burn, or poison, this gains damage. Interesting thing to build around. Runic double bow can probably be very good too. When you buy a potion, increase this item's regen. When you reload, gain regen. So this is a potion stacking build, huh? That's what I had to say about that. No Man's Sky, it's pretty fun. I've streamed that before. Only very rarely have I streamed it. Because it's like to me, it's a game that feels very repetitive when I play it. Other poison items have plus poison.
Hope that quicksand is rotting.
When you poison this guy's regen. Okay. Black Rose seems like that could scale pretty well.
Oh, maybe I can resell this to my boys.
Alright, he likes the medium-sized things. So I want to get rid of leeches. Leeches, I think, is carrying me right now.
I've got 4 legs because I carry this company.
So the problem is these guys, neither of these guys are reagents for this multicast, so these are things that maybe I can get when I actually get a poison build that I'm liking better. Alright, Hoover Bike, Hooligan, Street Gamer, or Tempest Flame Dancer. Hoover Bike, Hooligan. He slows. He actually, I think, is pretty strong. Do I beat this guy? 650 health. Uzi has 8 damage, deals 10 damage. He doesn't have any reload for that, I don't think. I think my regen... Do I have enough regen? I have lifesteal. I don't have that much regen, but I do have lifesteal. I think I can outfight this guy. How do I feel about Dark Souls? I think the Dark Souls games are amazing. I played both expansions. Well, what's the most recent Souls-like game? My brain can't think right now.
Ow! Ow! This ain't worth all that.
Elden Ring. I played Elden Ring and his expansion. And I played Dark Souls 1, 2, and 2, I think, all the way through on stream years ago. Can't remember if I played Dark Souls 3 on stream, though. But I think the Dark Souls games are great.
Still more to learn.
Alright, I'm gonna upgrade Nightshade. I do want to do a build where this is my
With more time
scaling
comes greater perfection.
item. You love Dark Souls 3? Nice. Sells potions, transforms. So I could do a catalyst thing. I don't have anything that gets buffed when I transform yet. Sells potions.
You have your recipes, I have mine. We can help each other.
These all seem like terrible poisons. Looking for poison potions. Okay, I do like this guy.
If there's anything wrong with that, tell me. I want to learn.
Do I care about this? Upgrade. A fire potion. I feel like I don't care about that. This transforming into 2 potions might actually be good. If I sell the fire potion, I could get the potion. Potion.
Unlike your bitter brews, mine are made with love.
Alright, there we go. Make all my other poison items better. My rightmost poison needs to be on the right there. Okay. Okay. You kind of want to do a faith build on Dark Souls 3, huh? I don't know. I don't know if I could go back to Dark Souls after playing Elden Ring, because Elden Ring added so much that Dark Souls doesn't do. Like, it feels like there's way more build diversity and options to play Elden Ring than the Dark Souls games. But maybe Dark Souls 3 has comparable diversity. I don't know. Double poisons. Okay. God, this guy's just killing so fast. Holy crap. That is a really strong shark build. Oh, dive weights and sharks pretty good, actually. Experience, weapons, transform. So I did get a chunk of lead. Now I can finally start getting some gold. Don't care about that. I could transform that if I want to. I think I just want XP. Yeah, let's transform this, actually. Let's do it. Elden Ring ruined it for Randy, sad day. I wouldn't say it's ruined, but like, I played some Dark Souls, but I didn't play a ton of Dark Souls. So, yeah, this is really good if you have a bunch of other burn items, which I did see a guy have that. I wouldn't say it ruined it, but I was never a big... I didn't just play a ton of Dark Souls anyway, so... So maybe ruined is a strong word. Maybe I should say...
Come with no weapons. Leave with big bargains.
That my... I don't even know what to say. Sorry. I don't know how to answer the question.
Share this experience.
You have anything useful here I want? Sulfur. Channel with fiery haste. So I did get a catalyst. Do I have anything to change? I thought I did actually have something I wanted to change, didn't I? Maybe I already did it. Ashes for Ariande. Okay. I know I just bought that, but I need a transformer reagent, and the only reagent I have is that right now. I don't want to transform that because I want to play around this. Haste potion. I just buy this? I think I did just buy this. Oh, I could buy this if I wanted to transform as a reagent. So do I want to do that? I think I do want to do that. Because this is buffed every time I do that. Although I feel like I'm kind of wasting my money.
But I'm glad you bought this.
Your items gain 100% crit chance for 3 seconds. Doesn't seem that good. When I poison, this gains damage. Haste potion. And slow, freeze, poison, burn. Okay. 6 players, 9th level D&D tonight. Any ideas for a plague-related enemy? Okay. I don't know enough about D&D to give you a suggestion, I don't think. Sorry. I'm on. A Hexa. Can I beat a Hexa with this build that I'm feeling kind of weak on? Stellar Farm. She gains regen. When she burns, she charges it. Destroys a small item. Yeah, I can't beat a Hexa with this. I have a lot of small items, don't I? Well, I guess we have my potions that if they get destroyed after I use them, it doesn't matter that much, but... but if it does hit any of this or this... might actually still be fine, because my most important items... although if they're destroyed, I don't know if that gets rid of the multicast. Do we know if a virus destroys a small item, if that removes the buffs that those items give to your next door things? I feel like it would destroy it and cause it to not work. I don't know, it's a normal run. Maybe I guess I can use this as a test. We're gonna see if a destroyed potion makes this lose a multicast. So I'm hoping my potions will go off, then he'll virus my 2 potions, and this will keep its multicast. That's what I'm hoping. Well, he literally destroyed my 2 non-potions. F you. It's fine, I think I might still win. Yeah, we're fine.
Sorry, I didn't.
So I didn't even get to test that.
Again.
That seems kind of random and unlucky. Burn both players, charge 1 item 1 second.
With each new discovery, the formula of life is revealed.
10 generation, or regeneration. Weapons deal more damage. First 3 times you use your rightmost item, charge 1 freeze item. I need to try a freeze build sometime, but let's go regen.
I'm proud of you.
Potions, freeze item, gumballs. What's that Ring of Ouroboros? What level is that? Ouroboros statue is a silver. It's a silver relic. So I can't get that from potions. Alright, let's just get a free item then.
Send me your huge items. Price? Don't care. Not very big though, is it?
Alright, do I upgrade my energy potion? I don't know if I'm going to keep playing around it, but sure.
He actually cares about this.
Plague-related enemy. What could be a plague-related enemy, huh? Your enemy has poison. This has multicast. Quill and ink. I do want a bunch of these. If I had a bunch of these plus Nightshade plus Ouroboros statue, I feel like that would be my
Half of the Grand Society
build.
did blah blah blah. Bye.
I'll just grab that. Spawn of Kios is a good one. Nice. Alright. So I'm going to get a free catalyst and a free chunk of lead. So I have space for those. Okay, good. I feel like Rainbow Potion is not better than Infinite Potion for a sustained fight. Okay. What's up, Nietzsche? Happy Friday, my friend.
I may be young.
Am I enjoying the new characters so far, or at least more than the first one? I am liking the potential. I'm not having a lot of success. I'm definitely liking the potential. Oh my god, he almost just one-shot me. I need my lifesteal, and we're dead.
You fall like a boulder.
My only ranked run I've done so far, I got 2 wins, which is terrible. My one normal run, I found the giant femur, which is like the best item in the game, and got 10 wins easily. So the variance in this game is not any different.
Small things? I'll never resell this. This is a gift at any price. It's smaller than Quixel.
I don't really want to be playing around leeches. When I use a potion, transform it into a potion for the fight. When you use a potion, transform it into a potion and gain regen for the fight. So when a potion gets used up, it turns into another potion. That sounds interesting, actually. I might actually give that a try. Unless I find an Ouroboros statue here.
Anyway,
That's an upgrade.
thanks. Did you see Quixel?
What's
I
up,
made a
Sahydrate?
final-
How are you doing? You can regen charge this. Not really doing a burn build. Alright, leeches is probably one of my best items, but this normal run is for me to try to learn to play the game better, so I want to see how well Recycling Bin works, where it turns a potion into another potion. And regen works with the Nightshade there. Let's gain 5 regen. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. Losing in the Bazaar, but you know, it's fine. Transform. Do I have a catalyst to transform? Only this guy that I'm trying to play around, or I say catalyst or reagent is what I meant to say. I have no money. Let's just get money. Scoville, I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell we can beat Scoville. Hey, Scoville's chance in Scoville. Yeah. He just has too much burn too quickly. We don't have nearly enough regen yet. What are other choices? Kyber Commander, Printing Duelist. That should be fine. Weapon upgrades. Reloading stuff. Let's go for the Kyber Commander, I guess. I'm quite interested to see this recycling bin thing. When a potion goes off, how this recycling works. Is it just a random potion that it turns into, or what? Yeah, okay. It did turn into a random potion. That's cool. Oh, the sandstorm begins. Holy crap. Man, that's pretty cool. A potion build looks like it could be very fun.
Not tell Queen that Kyver's.
Maybe I can transform, what am I trying to say? Transition into a potion build or something.
Hear my sister's laughter.
You win some, you lose some. Playing games like this, you have to accept that you'll be getting bad hands, and there's nothing you can do about it. I already have bad hands. True. True.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you?
Potion. Deal 5 damage, double this item's damage for the fight. Well, if I'm going potions, it will turn into another one, so I don't know if that works. I wonder if when this changes into another item, if it would keep the double this item's damage while getting recycled. I'm gonna guess probably no. When you crit, double this item's damage for the fight. Interesting. Hoping for Ouroboros statue. When you transform a reagent, this gains 5 regen. So I could get some crazy regen stacking with that potentially. Potion could be fun. Yeah, I'm thinking about trying potion with this recycling bin thing here. I'm gonna need to sell one more thing. To get myself space to go like this and this. I can buy this.
If it's not right for you, bring it back.
Alright, I'm gonna try recycling bin and a bunch of random potions and see what the hell this turns into. We have no regen to buff this, so maybe I need to get rid of this guy. Or just swap it out for now. Do I have any other potions? Wait, when you transform a reagent, permanently gain 5 regen. Oh! Oh, this is something I keep in my inventory and I gain 5 regen. Holy crap. Okay, that is... I was like, why does that thing have a cooldown on it? Because it's giving me permanent 5 regen. That seems pretty crazy, actually. Alright, max health seems pretty good right now, actually. As much as I'd like silver items, I have no money. What's your build? Who knows? We're about to find out, yeah. Alright, so I need 2 spaces here. Gosh, I need a reagent that I can transform for that to get buffed. Get rid of those 2, so I have space for the chunk of lead and the catalyst I'm gonna get. Okay. Alright, time to see how our random potion build performs.
I will fight you, but only so that I can study you.
We getting anywhere with a life preserver? It was quite hilarious. What did you? Are you saying you had a life preserver build? Double heavy spider mace. Interesting. So far, it's not looking great.
Another step closer
This
to
is
the
so
formula
random.
of life.
Alright, so far, potion build looking kind of pointless. You copied your message with something derped. That's not what you meant to say. Recycling bin gives regen for the nightshade, right? When you use a potion, transform it into a potion. Nightshade. What's nightshade? Do I have that? I have to heal or regen. Oh, it does give 2 regen. Oh, I guess it does kind of have some stacking there. Okay, yeah, you're right about that. What do we got? We got heal and regen items, fight a monster. Probably want to fight a monster. Although heal and regen items... Is Ouroboros a regen item? Because that's really what I want to play. Yes, it's a regen. Okay, so I'm going to check the regen and not do the fight.
Look, it's okay to have a crush on me. I love everyone.
When you buy a potion, increase this item's regeneration. When you buy... I don't think transforming will count. Okay, let's do our things to give ourselves bonus stuff here. Wow, did that just turn into another Philosopher's Stone? Oh gosh. Okay. When When you reload, this reloads 2 items. Don't really want to play potion build. Alright, Ring of Ouroboros. Okay, so... Alright, I think I'm immediately swapping out of this recycling bin potion build. That's maybe good. It's not really what I want to play. This is what I really want to play.
Might leave a
I
scar,
want
nothing
this,
attached
and
to
I
it
want
cover.
all items that poison and regen. This thing I can't get 2 multicast on, can I? Oh, this is a reagent. Holy crap, this thing's been a reagent the entire time. I had no idea. Right, but I want this to be my... I still want that to be my far right poison item. There it goes. That's got the 3. And when I poison, this gains regen. This has just 7 regen on it. Okay. Ouroboros Nightshade, and I want a board full of Quillen Inks if I can. Because it's got poison and regen on it. More to haste my items. I don't think this is very good, but I'm hoping I can somehow scale this. Weapon, work at the docks, weapons. I don't care about weapons. What are these? This is a tool. It's a tool. Okay. Infernal. Burn equal to this item's damage. When you burn, your weapons gain damage. When you burn, you gain crit. Your weapons have plus 15 damage. Burn, 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 burn. Magma core. I think we would just burn down to him. Let's go Trash Golem, I guess. I don't think what I've just transitioned to is actually that strong right now. Yeah, it definitely doesn't start off quick, that's for sure. Oh man. Dude, do we even lose the Trash Golem? Okay, that seems really close. And we got him up to 234 poison, and we had a decent amount of regen, but...
My experiments.
Okay. Poison potion.
The Bazaar has many secrets. I will uncover them all.
When you heal, this gains poison. When you poison, this gains regen. Feels like we need skills right now, even though I really want to upgrade these items. Still need some kind of quick early defense. You're not sure how that is for Mac. Yeah, I don't know how you get that either. Alright, let's upgrade the statue, I guess.
A thing of true beauty.
So maybe I can get defense from regen or something. I'm not sure. Transform. I do have a catalyst to transform, which would upgrade, which would give me permanent health, permanent regen. But also I could look for more Quillen Inks. If that's good, I don't know.
Come on in. Let's chat.
Poison items gain 2 poison for the fight. When this transformed, enchant it with toxic. Okay, upgrading Nightshade is huge.
I get it. You're busy. Enjoy your purchase. that doesn't work out for you, come back.
Yeah, that's... I know I've gotten beat by poison builds by other Macs. I don't quite know... I don't know how they live early game. Alright, poison. We put it on there and I put it on here. I don't know if I'm keeping this if I get a bunch of Quill and Inks because they'll have regen and poison on it. So let's actually do it this way. Let's do that. This is again feeling like a poison / regen build where
You would stand aside.
I keep dying before I get any sort of build up. And that's what I'm trying to figure out right now is how to play this. Yeah, dive weights. Revolver damage build, huh? Well, we've gotten some decent regen up. Is that enough to keep me alive on this fight? Maybe. Bypassing on a shield. I think we actually might win this one. Okay. What it feels like we need to be able to do is build up our regen early in the fights. And maybe this book that I have can help with that. Spam max health buffs? Yeah, maybe so. Maybe that is the answer. Oh, well, we gotta go to small guy because we're about to sell a bunch of small items here.
Home. Oh, it's like the baby birds that nested in my
Yeah, poison plus regen are the like best items to buff this. I think I had the wrong... No, actually my bronze one. I have 2 bronze of these guys. I'm gonna sell one.
Oh, oh look. It's so tiny.
So tiny. This seems like this could get pretty crazy too. But I don't know that it works with Ouroboros Nightshade that I'm trying to do here. What is this item? Plague Glaive. I've never seen this. Deal 100 damage. Your poison items have plus 10 poison. For every 20 poison on the enemy, this has multicast. Lifesteal. Wow. So you build a crap ton of poison, and this thing multicasts a crap ton of times. That's pretty insane. Potions have plus ammo. This you sell an item, it gets the type. Okay. Yeah, it's a poison payoff build. The Infernal Envoy has a staff that burns based on regen and gives some regen as well. Okay. So there's probably some like NPC payoff items. Yeah, that would make sense.
I can feel my leaves falling.
Regen, transform. So transform gives me permanent plus 5 regen. This gives me just 7 regen though, so let's get regen. I feel like stacking regen before the fight starts might be my best bet. This guy has a really, really, really good skill, but let's check Treasure Turtle. Does have some tankiness skill as well, but Thug has Bonk, which is probably the best defensive skill in the game, maybe? One of them. Let's go ahead and do Thug. Pretty sure we can win this fight too. Hoping we get Bonk. Enemy cooldowns are increased. Let us buy time to actually get our regen up. So I'm not even sure this haste potion, which is trying to help start us out quicker, is worth the slot or not. It's giving 1 multicast on this. So maybe it is. Well, we hit bonk.
My mind glows.
Burn skills, haste skills.
See everything.
Alright, if we can get a skill that just hastes my items to start, it's probably
I'm
really
not a
good.
fitness trainer. I train your perception.
First time you use an item, haste a burn item, have no burn. First time you fall below half health, haste 2 items. When I haste, I gain crit. So, if I get low, I haste. With regen, maybe this would be playable. I don't know that I want to spend 6 and hope I find something any better.
A mile is just a measurement.
I feel like that potentially can do something for us.
Are imaginary.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back.
Freeze an item. When you gain regen, charge this. When I poison, yeah, I know how that one works. I had that one. Could upgrade that. I don't know if that does anything good for us. Oh, charge adjacent items. If you have the same amount of items on both sides of this, charge all items. Interesting. If I have the same amount of items on both sides of this, this could be my way to get this going. So
Oh, I think you're really gonna enjoy that.
So same number of items on both sides. How many items do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need... I think I need to actually not play the Aludel here. I have 3 items on the left and 3 items on the right. So I think this will charge everything every 5 seconds. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. Okay. Maybe this can speed me up here. Maybe this can give me some much needed early power. Rare event. Is it possible to get enchantments from this? I bet you it is. I want to just sell something and get spare change. Though. Although I don't know what I want to sell. This gives me a chunk of lead. This gives me my catalyst. And then I have these other guys I want to transform. I have no money, so if I get a merchant that I can't do anything at, this could suck, but... Let's go here. Hope I get an enchantment or something. What do you sell? I don't think I've ever seen Stella. She sells tools, I guess. Alright, I guess we just get rid of these guys. Alright. Fight time? It's fight time. Let's see if the scales charging our stuff works. Same amount of items. It doesn't say same size of items. So I hope... I'm trying to see if it would be better if I had my Aludel. It needs a potion and a reagent on both sides. Only have one reagent in the Nightshade. No potions. Okay, we're gonna go with this, see if this works.
In 100 years when you are dust, I will remain.
So this should charge everything, if I did it right. It's highlighting everything, so I think that's right. Yeah, looks like it did it. You're stacking that burn. was a lot of frickin' burn, man. Haste your other items. When you use an adjacent item, multicast dive weights plus incendiary rounds. Interesting. All right, well,
For my family's legacy. Only frivolous
I don't know, man. I don't know how to make poison bro live to get his poison stack, to be honest. Don't know how to get poison bro to live.
If I don't have what you need, I'll help you find who does.
I need to, like, see what other streamers are doing to get a poison build to work. Feels like the charge everything is nice, but bait unless you have something else to charge or haste that item, huh? Well, I can fully upgrade this guy.
I used to offer a free ride home.
So my item that I'm trying to build around is diamond level. Every time I gain regen, I gain 8 poison. Every time I poison, I gain regen. Well, honestly, it just feels like the other characters in the game have more haste than Mac does. So it's like, I don't know where to get my haste on this character. Not sure where to get the haste from. I only have 2 gold, so going to a haste merchant doesn't sound like a good idea right now. Bouncertron, Frigate, Cosmic Rock. Katana, he takes away shield, I don't have shield. When you use a weapon, adjacent items, crit. Infernal Frigate. Incendiary rounds, which I just got wrecked by. At the start of the fight, start of each fight, burn 17. Okay. I just take the easy fight. I think it's the only one I win. It's actually a little bit wasted on this Nightshade, because half a second is getting taken off instead of a full second. Because if I don't instantly die, or I don't have an enemy who scales insanely fast, I feel like 184
disgusting creature.
regen is pretty good. When you crit, charge this 1 second. Okay, I won't be using that.
Our burns hotter, melting away impurities.
Let's get gold. I got no monies. Max ammo. Okay. Burn item, temporary boost, small items.
If you have to ask the price, you can't afford it.
Alright, transform into another small, non-legendary item you have for the fight. So if I want to stack the Quillen Inks, because they have poison and regen on them, could get that. But I'd need like no other small items for that to work, to guarantee I get what I want. When you poison, this gains regen. That's pretty good. Gives me 11 regen every 5 seconds. This is probably the worst one, so maybe I do get this.
I think that suits you beautifully.
Guess that's a that guy reminds me of a salesman I used to work with. He's just always schmoozing all the time. Sell small item. Or, let's see if I can get upgrade to this guy, maybe. Yeah, let's just get shield. Hope we can win this fight.
I will leave you alive to learn the
Kidnap, what a name.
My fight isn't with
Kidnap.
you, but if you insist.
Well, that's a basic build. Is this build enough to beat me? I bypass your shield at least. I feel like I've built hardly any poison so far, though. Alright. Okay, your scaling kind of sucks, so I think without any scaling we just win this one. Like, the only builds we beat are like really crappy builds like this. It says like no scaling. Good. Yay, we got a win on normal difficulty. Bleh. Bleh. Alright, let's get the free regen. It's the small victories, that's right. Upgrade an item, huh? What does scales upgrade to? Is it... It upgrades to 2 seconds of charge. Problem is the two most important items, these two, that would be wasted. The only thing that actually does anything to is probably Quill and Ink, Black Rose, and whatever this gets turned into if it's not the Philosopher's Stone. So let's just upgrade Ouroboros, since those are our things that scale each other.
I respect loyalty.
So every time I poison, I gain 10 regen. Every time I gain regen, I gain 8 poison. Weapons platform, Pharaoh's Con, Oasis Guardian. $100 damage. When you use a small item, this gains 50 damage for the fight. So that's got scaling. When you use a large item, haste small items. Pharaoh's Con. He likes weapon stuff. So not a lot I can really get from him that's useful. Oasis Guardian. 10 regen for each non-item weapon I have. Oh, he even has Femur. This guy is basically my build. Okay, well, let's see if I can get anything good from him. I would love Waters of Infinity. That would give me a ton of regen, actually. Oh, nice. It turned into the Quill and Ink, which is what I wanted. Watch me get the Femur. I'm gonna have to choose if I actually try to transition to a Femur build again. Actually, if I could go double Ouroboros statue, that could be kind of insane.
A waste of my time. But I do have plenty.
Probably the worst thing we could have gotten.
With enough power.
Alright, enchant with damage. Let's look at the Ouroboros and Nightshade enchants. So this one deals damage equal to 10 times its poison, which it doesn't scale. So the Ouroboros is not a great one, but I think Nightshade is good. Because this one has things that are scaled off its poison, and its poison is what scales. So let's go random on Nightshade, I think. Or do I want to do 10 times the damage of its poison and just get the damage one? So if I get random, I could get crit, which wouldn't be useful. Radiant would be not bad. Heal, shield. Anything but heavy, icy, or deadly would be fine. So we probably should just get the flat damage. Flat damage doesn't work through shield. Let's go for it. Alright, well my phone is blowing up for some reason. I'll have to check that after stream's done. Non-weapon items.
Make deals, not war.
Potions at +3 ammo, freeze, reload. Transform into a gold copy of the medium non-legendary item to the left of this for the fight. Okay. Can I go double Ouroboros statue? I think we could go double Ouroboros statue, which I think would be very good. I have to figure out number of items here.
Your aura guided me to what you needed.
Problem is our item numbers are all off now for the scale. So I'd need one more medium item. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. One more medium item. Or I just have a missing item so this charges everything. Or I only have it charge those two, and I have Quillen inks on both sides. 2 Ouroboros statues and a Nightshade. I don't know if this is actually any good. I don't know if this is. I could go double Nightshade instead of double Ouroboros. But I think getting the regen might be better than the poison, although this one's enchanted. No, maybe I can try. Maybe I can just try it out. It lost multicast. What are you talking about? Nothing I have is multicast. Oh, this lost multicast, because why? This became a weapon? Apparently, if you enchant something with damage, it becomes a weapon. Well, F that. Alright, well that makes it easy to just do this then, I guess. So now I will charge everything. Well, there's an interaction. I mean, we learned something. If you enchant something with damage, it becomes a weapon for the weapon tag. Never knew that. That is news to me. Alright, well, we'll get this thing. It has 1 multicast because that's a reagent. Actually, if I mirror the Nightshade, transform into gold copy to the left. But I can't do this in between them, so that's not actually going to work, I don't think. I almost wonder if it's better to mirror like the charging guy or something. No, let's go with this. Double Ouroboros, Nightshade, Aludel. This feels like I don't have enough like poison and regen casts for this to be any good, but I guess we're going to find out in action at some point. Chocolate bars. Let's get an item. Another Nightshade, okay. Okay, well, Nightshade's probably better than the Elidel, right? I don't know if that's any good. To be honest, I don't know if this is any good. I feel like this may be way worse than what I was doing.
I have faced 82 foes exactly like you. People are a pattern.
Because it all feels way too slow. But we are hasting everything. God, look at all these weapons starting at over 100 damage at the start of the fight. And everything takes too long to charge, man. Just too slow. Oh, I don't know how to do these poison builds. Just too stinking slow.
Your path is paved with gold. You will get through this and be stronger for it.
Haste. What does scales with haste look like? Haste 2 items for 2 seconds. So when it charges, it'll also haste. Feels like speed is the only thing that matters right now because we just need our items to activate. So I'm going to put haste on this, I think. See if that'll do anything.
Many times I have stood on this edge. I have no fear.
Let's get XP, I guess. Maybe I should just be buying as many chocolate bars as possible. Oh, I sold my thing that was giving me catalysts. Crap. Well, damn. Could sell all this other stuff. That's why I was keeping the Aludel, whatever. Give me all the max health. Maybe I can live long enough to do something. Regen skills, max skills, crit skills. Regen becoming poison is what I want. I don't know if that's also considered a max skill or not. See what the max skills are. First 5 times you slow, charge, or regen. I don't have slow. When you slow, freeze, poison, or burn, a regen item gains 1 regen. Poison at plus 3 ammo. So when I poison, a regen item will gain regen. There is something there. It's not great, but...
Most gifted student. But some gifts can be curses.
Alright, can I beat Lord Arkan? Gatling gun, the Eclipse. Cooldown 15 seconds. Use all your other items. When you use an item, deal 100 damage. The first time you fall below half health, each fight, use this. Wow. He's got 100 damage Gatling gun that gets faster each time it goes off, and he has 2 of them. When you use an item, shield. I mean, he's got some good stuff that I'd love to get, but I don't think I ever even lived to that guy. Trash Titan. Yeah, that's some stuff I could use. And who's the other one? Hulking Experiment. Regen for ammo. Okay, let's go. Let's go middle guy. Trash Titan. I think I can beat this guy anyway. Oh, that thing even takes a long time to even go off. Didn't realize that was so slow. Holy crit for 2680. Well, if I can live long enough for this thing to do its damage, it does a crap ton of damage. Deal 100 damage for each small item you have, including stash. More regen. She could buy my large item for stuff, but I think I just want regen, so just give me regen. Maybe if I stack enough regen, I can live. Well, I only get a chunk of lead now after the fight. I don't have any catalyst stuff. Okay. All right, do we live? Or is this the end of our run today?
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Well, she's missing items, so that's a good sign for us. Is this person actually playing? %30 crit chance on that, actually, huh?
Bring her about! I've got another salvo in me.
All right. All right, we live to fight another day, chat. Live to fight another day. Live another day. All right, let me see why my phone's going off right now, if it's something that is important. Oh, I think it's about my gig tomorrow. Okay, I can respond to that later. Enchanted items, transform, small non-weapon item. Enchanted items. I gain regen if I transform. Is this a reagent? Yes. So I'm actually probably that's what I should do, but I'm doing this. So I can get value out of this and get some regen. Chocolate bars I definitely want. Give me all of the max health, all of the regen.
After all these centuries, there is still more to learn.
Loot item, reagent. Let's go to the tier, see what we get. I have one of those already. I don't think I need more lead. I need a way to turn that lead into other things. Lord of the Wastes, Property Baron, Hulk Experiment, Lord of the Wastes. All items gain crit chance. When you use an adjacent item, charge the other adjacent item. Heart of Gold. Property Baron. It's really just look at the items they have and if I think I can beat them or not. Do I beat the Lord of the Waste? He doesn't seem that strong, but 150 damage, 200 damage. I was going back and forth charging these items. Do we survive these two items? Slowly builds crit. This deals quadruple damage. This does 800 damage with this first attack. I think I might actually be able to beat him.
Let's release our joy and rage.
I think we scale quicker than he does, I think. And our regen hopefully will buy us time. Yeah, I think we're fine here. Holy crit! Holy crit! Alright. That wasn't even close. Oh, great. I get to, can you ever pass on that? I guess you probably could pass if I just left, right? But alright, sure. Give ourselves more crit. Build is coming alive. Well, I'm not sure about that. Alright, skills. Anything that can improve my build. Both players' weapons have double damage. Interesting. More regen. I don't think giving other players' weapons double damage helps me. Because mine needs a scale, and a lot of people are probably going to have some really good weapons. So I'm going to go for the regen. More early game regen.
everyone here is huge. It's terrifying.
I was hoping I'd get. I'm not sure how much value the upgrade gets for 2-second charge, but it might time out and be useful occasionally. I almost have a fully diamond board, which might be the first time I've ever had that. No reason to sell it, I guess, for now. Anything that gets me a catalyst when I buy it? No. Deal damage equal to regeneration plus the burn on both players. Burn equal to your regeneration. Well, I mean, I am stacking regen, but I don't really have space for that. Alright, here we go.
Someone that fought last century.
Last century, you knew other robots? Okay, cool. What's he got? Bunch of... How glad I didn't give this guy double damage. Holy crap. Man, he froze my haste. My charge or whatever. Oh, this is close. Oh my god, he lived with 10 health? He lived with 10 health. First 10 times, use the core, freeze one item. Man. Yeah, build's coming alive. Right in time for us to die.
Even Zosima will have to admit that was good.
This feels like almost the best way I could have had the scaling poison regen build. I don't know if anybody in chat finds a way on how do you survive to get poison regen builds to scale. Let me know, because I love the idea of it. I don't know how to execute it. I don't know how to get it so it starts fast enough that you don't just get two-shot by every enemy I fight. You have no idea? All right. Well, I do have an hour, so I'll start another normal run. That'll be the last thing we do on the day, because I gotta get going to get ready for rehearsal for my concert tonight. What is this? Asking you about playing Mac is like you asking me about Pig. Okay. Well, I know we have a bunch of people in chat here who play this game, so I thought maybe I just put it out there. Maybe somebody on YouTube later will watch this video and they can give me some tips. How do you survive early on a Mac poison build when you have to survive to build up your poison and regen? That's what I wonder. Slower freeze the enemy board. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe we try to do a freeze build here. I've been doing gold tier skill, but enchanted item choice. What do we got? Obsidian. Deal damage equal to 10 times this is regen. Burn equal to this thing's poison. Deal damage equal to 10 times this item's burn. When you slow, this gains burn. This looks a little bit like trying to play the Obsidian lighter on Vanessa. This might be something to try to play around. I haven't done a burn build on this guy. Stack slows and burns, maybe? Let's get a slow item since this thing gets buffed by it. Okay. Viper, Caverdrone, Banana Bowl. When you slow, a weapon gains damage. That's something to maybe play around. Alright, let's go. Yeah, we have some slow stuff. Let's go Caverdrone here. I think we can win this. I think. Actually, I don't know. Once he finally attacks, it's pretty big damage. I think we're fine.
I seek the ultimate power. I have no time for you. Ah, a friend. I mean, a customer.
When you slow, this charges. Alright, getting early free chunk of lead I think is absolutely worth.
Do you have to leave already?
Obsidian fireflies would be pretty weird looking. Black lights,
Right.
true.
You're busy. Enjoy your purchase.
There's a slow. Alright, I'm gonna maybe try to play around that. So that'll buff that. That's a slow.
So, how about
When you
this
slow,
other
haste the
one?
item to the
Oh,
left.
you're leaving.
When you use the weapon to the left, poison. Potentially I might use that.
If that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
Is multicast capped at 5? No idea. Are you doing a build and it's getting capped at 5? I feel like I've seen things multicast more than 5, but I don't. Not sure. Buys my medium items, so he'd buy that, but I want to keep that. Can this get me skills? Potion, gold, neutral item. Let's gain gold. Pretty sure you've seen a dive weights with more than 5. I'm pretty sure I have too. Is it an Easter concert? Kind of. This has been Holy Week all week. So Friday is the Good Friday concert, and then Easter is. I got 3 services starting at like 7:30 in the morning. So Easter day is gonna suck because I also have a 3-hour. My first rehearsal for my new the Murder Mystery Company is Sunday night, so this has been a very long, tiring week, and it's about to get even more long and tiring. Okay, well my build is not very good apparently. Oh, okay, it's barely good enough. It's a busy Sunday, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be exhausted. I might have to take a day off of streaming next week just to recover, because this week has been... I mean, I didn't work out yesterday, I was so exhausted. This week has been tiring. I don't have any friends, do I have any toys? Oh, I do have a friend. Obsidian Fireflies is a friend, okay. Alright. So I need something to get a catalyst. It updated when the battle started, working as expected. Oh, you're talking about your build, okay. Your turbo dive weight had 8 ammo and it wasn't showing right at first, okay. Burn at +1 burn. Leftmost burn has +2 burn. Alright, if I can keep this on the left, that's good. Okay.
It takes real confidence to let a kid train you. I'm impressed.
Max health. Regen. Sells weapons. Get max health and regen.
Our bodies are just containers for it.
Well, that does nothing, but let's put it on the bar. Alright, Rogue Scrapper, Boreor, Giant Mosquito. Alright, pretty much know him. Boreor. Shield items have shield. Giant mosquitoes, got proboscis. Haste a weapon at the start of each fight. That's pretty good. But if I want most experience, do I think I beat this guy? I probably do. We do scale. So you had a dive weights with 8 multicast, Tyler. Dive weights can be pretty crazy. Man, I don't know if I win this. Hopefully I do. Might be fine. Regen doing pretty good work. It feels like every build I start on Mac is like really slow to ramp up.
Man or beast.
Mac seems all about really slow ramping. Obsidian Fireflies. I'm gonna guess this has pretty good scaling if I upgrade it. No, it's only one. It only goes up 1 burn for each slow. It's not 2 like I thought maybe it would be. So it does scale better if this is what I'm going to play around. Kind of want to go to Quicksoul so I can get Catalyst going, but
Curio sells junk. We refurbish junk.
trying to do a trebuchet build, huh? Oh, okay.
You may be too sad.
Get a weapon.
The Grand Society of Master Merchants welcomes you.
Burn. So what I want is slow to buff this guy. Any weapons that slow. Or any items that slow. It's not terrible.
That's how it's done.
Chant with toxic. Chant with fiery. None of this seems very useful for playing around this Firefly.
Closer and closer. I can hear my sister's laughter.
Comes to weapon. See what we get here. Okay. Let's see. This is poison 6 every 6 seconds. Poison 3 every 5. Go with that, I guess. Because that only goes off once. Alright. Shinko Yu.
Ultimate secret.
See how bad we get wrecked here. We don't have much sustain yet. Oh, we've out-leveled this guy at least, so maybe our more items will win. Is this a bunch of toys? Tool, toy, toy, friend. Yo-yo. Use adjacent item to charge this. Okay, alright. It feels like he's pretty weak right now, but we're ahead in levels, I guess, which helps. Heal a regen item. Heal or regen item. Let's just go here.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff.
Nightshade. I've tried to play around Nightshade a couple times. Haven't had a lot of success. Let's go ahead and take that guy.
Sad to say goodbye.
Wow, I can upgrade all these things. Okay. Let's definitely upgrade the slow item.
I get it. You're busy.
Actually, both slow items, yeah. 2 items get slowed. That's really
That
good.
doesn't work out for you.
I don't
Come
care
back
about
for
the
a refund.
noxious poison upgrade. This Bazaar game is seriously hampering the progress of your Factorio Death World. Alright, let's transform, because if I transform Chunk of Lead, I can get a bunch of money. Haste item might be good, but it's addictive, that's for sure. Covered by Cooligan, Scrapper, Flame Dancer. Items have ammo, gunpowder. Does have a slow item. I'd probably take this fight. I think I can beat it. Rogue Scrapper. We know his stuff. Tempest Flame Dancer. Burn items have crit chance. A Cinder upgrade would not be bad either. Let's just go for the more experience. Try to stay ahead of the leveling game. Hope I win this fight. This guy actually can be kind of bursty. I might not win this because we're pretty slow. Like all Mac builds I've had. I don't have the regen that I've had in some other builds. Damn, it's close. Oh, it's close, but we freaking lost. God, I should have known. Should have known. I have a hard time knowing when I'm in good shape for certain NPCs. That guy always feels stronger than I expect him to be. Can I get caught up? No. Fight could have helped me catch back up with experience. That sucks. That puts me behind. Care about upgrading a bronze item? Not really. You're still trash, Tyler. Why you say that? Probably something you learn over time. I'm sure it is. Sure, you're right about that. Hey, maybe I want to try to do a freeze thing. Well, we're going for slow builds, so I don't know that I want to do freeze and slow. I'm not finding a lot of slow items right now.
You're not ready to accept the light. And that's over.
You remind me of
You've only ever
someone from last
done
century.
well when you get a bayonet and katana day one. Well, it took... I don't know. Finding the good builds for Vanessa is definitely difficult, I think. Especially for a new player. This guy heals for 8 times his burn. Well, I'm losing to this guy. Just got one shot by the musket.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
This game is just like any PvP game. It's got a huge learning curve, and I feel like it's even more difficult than some other learning curve games because there's so much thrown at you. There's so much information thrown at you. The skills are also a total crapshoot. It's quite true. Quite true.
All things in moderation.
Alright, slow item is good. Another slow item, okay. A couple slow items is actually quite good. Alright, more slow items. I don't have any heal items, do I? No. Like, sometimes you'll face an enemy and you'll see their skills and you're like, how do you have extra life and take away your enemies' cooldowns by 1 second, slow down your enemies by, like, they have all these ridiculously overpowered skills and you're like, well, I guess you just won the lottery, so you just win today. Damn, this guy has actually a lot of things I want with like slow items, but I don't know if I can beat him. 1200 health. I have 512 health. How much damage does he do? When my enemy charges, use an item charge, so the electric eels are gonna go off. I don't have the sustain to beat that guy, damn it. I would love his items. I think I might go for this guy. I think I can beat this guy. Need more regen. Well, I'm going for a slow plus burn build, which means I have like no regen, so... I feel like you're right that you do need regen for sustain on Mac, and I've been trying to do poison regen builds and I can't stack up fast enough. Alright, well, it's free gold. Fortune favors the Rand. I wish. Cinders. Buff this guy would actually be very nice. But haste, slow, and cooldown items, it's kind of what I'm playing around. But a burn on this just straight up scales it. Or a cinder upgrade. Damn, it was only a small one. I was hoping it would be like a +2 or +3. Sells tools. Am I using any tools? Not really. Alright, I'm gonna transform, because I can transform a chunk of lead to get some gold, which I feel like I need to get some of this junk out of my trunk. I don't have any slow items I'm not using. I do not. Do I want to get rid of this guy? Put in some crappy regen item. Probably not. I'm gonna slow haste Adam to the left of this. Oh, that actually does work over there. It looks like it's affecting that even though Venom's in the way. I think that's working. Okay. Wish the recap showed how much actual damage the burn did. Yeah, not the stacks that I just built up. Yeah, I wish that too. Haste your friends. Well, that's OP. You have a bunch of friends, which this guy does. Alright. Wrecked. It's crazy. It's crazy how in this game you can die so fast that you can't even use one item more than one time sometimes. Like, this guy used his item 4 times. 4 times, 2 times, 2 times. I used every single one of my items once except for this mace that somehow went twice because of charge. Like, charge and haste seem so brokenly overpowered in this game.
I see everything.
So I have to get low health for this haste to do anything. Let's just get burn on the burn, I guess.
We made progress today. I'm proud of you.
Especially when you get synergy with them, they proc off each other. Yeah, it's just busted strong. So overpowered.
Come on in. Let's chat.
This feels like playing around the obsidian butterflies is not working out. Alright, first time you fall below half health, you take no damage and gain 25 regen. Your weapons have damage equal to your regen. Maybe I try to play around this moose. Do I have any regen items that I could build around the moose? I have a few regen items. Speaking of slow, though, how the hell do you even ever get this thing to go off? Like 10-second charge time with no haste or anything? You'd have to get other items to haste it, it feels like. So your weapons have plus damage equal to your regen. So stacking regen. I like the idea of trying to play around this.
So, how about this weather where... Oh, you're leaving. That's good.
Who's really wants wide weapon build? Yeah. But weapons that give you regen is what I feel like it would want. Which I don't know if there's a lot of weapons that give regen. Tools that give regen. I don't know, I don't feel like swapping over to this is going to do me any good right now. Yeah, I don't know, man. When I slow... Probably want to haste this guy, maybe? When I slow haste him... Instead of poisoning with my potion, which gives me +1 regen, so I don't have that much poison buildup. Maybe I instead slow with my potion. Slow the slowest enemy item 1 time. I don't know. There's so many synergies here, and I don't know how to build them. Just have no freaking clue, man. Organ Noble, Kyber Commander, Printing Duelist. Got some pretty nice stuff. I don't know if I survive against her. Yeah, I feel like this build's gonna be terrible. Let's try Kyber Commander.
Attack everything.
Hoping I get this. Sunlight Spear would be cool. Which one's that one? What's Sunlight Spear? Burn equal to your regen, so stacking regen. Yeah, okay, that would be good. That would be good. Is that a weapon? Yeah. Yeah, maybe we give up on the obsidian fireflies.
I would spar with you, but this leg.
There it is. Deal damage equal to regen plus burn on both players. Burn equal to your regen.
Enjoy the thrill of battle. While you can.
So now we just need to stack regen. And I don't think we need slow anymore because the slow is to buff. It's to buff this. So I can replace anything that was slow. Although slow is just good, but regen. Deal damage equal to the regeneration plus burn on both players. God, this thing is a 12-second charge time, though. I mean, Staff of the Moose plus Sunlight Spear seems good. I don't know how to make them go off faster than forever away. Oh, Sword Cane. If this is adjacent to regen, gain regen. If this is adjacent to burn. Okay, so Spear, Sword Cane, Moose Staff, maybe? What's my slowest regen items? That guy. That guy.
Go make some more stories. Then come back and tell me.
So is this adjacent to a burn and a regen? This is regen. This is burn, right? It's only highlighting this. +4 regen. I'm actually a little unsure if that's considered it's next to a burn or regen item. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out if we can see if this works. Put the bees burn thing to the left of it. Bees burn thing? What do you mean? This? Leftmost item. You mean the fireflies? It's still not like highlighting the item. I don't see anything changing. I see nothing changing on it. Might be a bug. Is that a pun about obsidian fireflies? Well done if so. I don't know, let's just try this, see what happens. Get some max health. I need one more space. Get some max health. Alright, let's see if Moose or Moose is scot-free says can do anything. I have a feeling we just die. Especially if he's got a bunch of freeze. Oh man, we're gonna buff up his fiery succulents if this is just a really long fight. Not a lot of regen. Holy crap! We actually won? Was this thing gaining... I feel like... Okay, I think the fact that this has burn 6 on it means it's working. I don't know why it's considered being next to a poison item. Because it's showing 4 poison and 4 burn. Okay, it didn't do the poison. Alright, I feel like this is a little misleading. But... the number above it is what it can potentially have, I think. But if you look at the final, we see that it did burn. And it did give us regen. Okay. This gave us 4 regen, this gave us 6 regen. Okay. This gave us the 25 regen when we went below half health. Okay.
My power burns hotter, melting away impurities.
Alright, more regen is good. It's a good thing. I kind of need to be able to stack more regen somehow. If I can get out of combat regen, that would be nice. Should I not be getting more chunks of lead? Didn't I already have? Maybe I already transformed the other one. Firefly is better than a little bit of regen. Maybe? Probably. Probably is better. Fight a monster, see if we get XP, I guess. Oh my god. Why do we have to fight an epic lich? Why is this? That seems unfair and unlucky. He's just gonna stack poison and regen. Good luck? Yeah, there's no luck. This is just death. Death, I think. Alright, we just got 25 regen from that. Freeze my entire board.
I drink your life. Delicious.
I'm gonna say, at least Necronomicon wasn't as strong as if I had a bunch of small items triggering over and over, but what a dumb, random fight we were forced into. That's some BS. It's closer than you thought it would be. Freezing entire board is super fair, like a missile. Totally, like a missile. If I had the same amount of health, I would have won. Oh, if I had the same amount of health as him, you think I would have won? Maybe. Lone Shark, 4-man Zookeeper. I don't think I beat Lone Shark. Probably beat 4-man Zookeeper. He had like 1900 health and only 200 when I died. Did he only have 200 health? I thought he was way higher than that. Or if you didn't have the broken freeze your entire board when you go under half health, maybe I would have won. When using adjacent large item, this gains 30% damage. When using adjacent medium, this gains 20% damage. Interesting. Regen. Regen straight up scales us, so I think any opportunity I have for any form of regen I should take. So I'm going to take that. Upgrade. Let's see what the sword cane upgrade is. Yeah, so buffs the amount of regen and burn you get every time it goes off. That seems pretty good. What about Staff of the Moose? First time you fall below half health. The take no damage lasts longer and you gain more regen. Ooh. That's a lot of regen when you go below half health. Okay, let's go Moose upgrade. That seems pretty good.
The work is never done.
Upgrades on all these look pretty darn good, to be honest.
With more time comes greater perfection.
So we get plus 50 regen first time we go below half health. Okay.
You are a child, and I will punish you.
Go ahead. Underestimate me.
Your mouth must dry out just sitting there with your tongue open like that, like that. Just sitting there. Gotta dry you out. Alright, we're gonna get bursted down. Let's hope our plus 50 regen will save us. That's a lot of poison.
Land legs make you predictable. You move in straight lines.
88 poison, 48 burn on that. How much multicast was that on? I don't like 8 multicast. Alright.
With enough power.
Upgrade. Okay, so I could upgrade this guy. I didn't look at what the Sunlight Spear upgrade looks like. Flat regen, and oh, it's less cooldown when you upgrade it. Okay, let's upgrade the... We want to upgrade this where I get more burn and more regen. I think this... I think upgrading the sword cane might actually be better. I'm pretty sure we get more regen per shot, more burn per shot. Yeah. And upgrade bronze, only bronze upgrade.
People first, profit 10.
Feels like when I ride on the cusp, last 2 fights I was 1 or 2 seconds from doing another plus 1k damage. Yeah, maybe if I had a better way to like freeze. What if I did Frozen Flame, get rid of the 3 slow items? What does Frozen Flame do? Burn 8. When I freeze, this gains burn. First time you fall below half health, freeze all enemy items for 1 second. So I don't have any other freeze to buff this burn. Well, first time I fall below half health, I would get plus 50 regen, and I'd freeze everything on his board for a second. Also feels like maybe if I just had better regen items or something, maybe. This doesn't feel like the board to do that. have to sacrifice a lot of my synergy. I don't know that I even have that much synergy going on right now, to be honest. I know the Obsidian Fireflies is good damage, but I'd rather just have regen to keep me alive. Some more regen also equals more burn. I feel like if I had a really good upgraded Philosopher's Stone, which I might have sold earlier, maybe I could have better chance to stay alive longer with more regen at the start of the fight. I don't know. Yeah, well, I can sell my
Things remind me of seeds,
sell some
acorns.
stuff and maybe get
Home.
anything that's good. Chunk of lead I already have. So I get a catalyst if I do this. Wait, at the start of each day, transform the small item to the left into a random potion and get a catalyst. Oh, okay, this would give me a catalyst.
Oh, it's like the baby birds that nested in my mother. On behalf of the Grand Society of Mister. Anyway, thanks. I'll never resell this.
Freeze items, freeze items. Use a weapon, poison 4, weapons have plus damage equal to 50% of the poison on your enemy. Freeze an item. When your enemy has poison, this has a multicast. Freeze an item when you freeze poison. Treasure Turtle, Ghost Pepper, Viper Tyrant. I think I could do Treasure Turtle, I think. Here's another one. You fall below half health, gain something, and this one's a shield. Ghost Pepper, a bunch of fire stuff. When you burn, you gain regen. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, now that's interesting. When you burn, gain regen. I feel like I have to go for that item. I hope I can live against this guy, though. I feel like this guy gets a lot of burn. Okay, there's my regen. Nice. Okay, let's see what we get. What do we got? When you burn, gain regen. Okay, that's what I wanted. All right, hey, there's some synergy. Now I wonder if I get rid of the regen for a fast charging fire item. So I only have one other, I have two slow items. One I slow, gain haste. Hasting this, I feel like has been doing pretty good. So when these things slow, it hastes this thing. Is that better? Probably is better to haste this than to add another burn item. That might only go off once and give me 5 regen. These items are all burning, so they are giving me regen except for this guy. If I could get a burn enchant on Staff of the Moose, maybe. Poison item. Let's go to rare event, see if we can get anything here. Sells slow items. Interesting.
And their rage resembles peace.
This slow and burn. All the burns items have plus burn. Yeah, it's very slow. I don't know that that's going to ever be useful. Wow. Heavy Weaselpede. Freeze an item and slow an item. That's pretty cool. I think I can really make use of any of these. Okay. Builds coming together? Maybe, maybe.
Perhaps Kronos.
And if I transform, I can get gold. Turn a chunk of lead into gold here. Now I have 2 of these things. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. There. Alright, let's see if it's come together enough to win a fight. We only have time for a couple more fights before I gotta call it a stream, so. Let's see. 38 burn on the calcinator. This guy's got some regen and burn stacking. Let's see if his is better than my moose. He is building some regen, that's for sure. Nice, alright. We got up to 134 regen, not bad. This thing did 1300 damage, 210. Okay, so this is doing most of the damage when it attacks. This went off 5 times somehow. Probably because of the haste from the slows, maybe. Regen didn't save him, true. Crit skills, slow skills, slow. So if I got a skill that procced slows, which would proc haste, that maybe could be useful. Getting some crit on my weapons wouldn't be bad either. What would be the best type of item? Anything that speeds us up, I think. Or slows down our enemies. Let's check the slow ones. First time you slow, freeze an item. First 10 times you slow, charge a regen item. First 3 times you use your rightmost item, charge a slow item. So we slowed a couple of times that fight. Charge a regen item. We have 3 different regen items. This seems like this could be very good. Alright. Yeah, I think that middle one was the best of our options. Get a haste item. Hey, thanks for the little raid, Popolitos. Welcome, Raiders. Gumballs. Are there gumballs that upgrade fire burn items? There's damage, max health. Sharing the love, need to go to sleep. All right, have a good night, my friend. Damage, max health, shield. I don't think there's regen or burn. Let's just go here. Damage, crit, health, and shield. That sounds right. That might actually be useful if I can transmute it into something. There's a haste. Only goes off once. And the slow proccing the haste, I think, is better than just hasting everything. Alright, let's transform the guy that we have. See if we get anything useful. A heavy smelling salts would be awesome. Heavy noxious poison, huh? Not super useful, I don't think. Okay. Bouncertron. Can I take a Bouncertron? When you use a weapon, adjacent items gain crit. That could be pretty good for us. Gatling gun. Deal 30 damage for each weapon or tech item you have. I think I 100% take him down. Okay. Oasis Guardian, does he have anything I want? Regen for each non-weapon item you have. Well, most of my items are weapon this time, so it wouldn't give me that much regen. All right, let's go for the more XP.
Initiating attack program.
Building a pretty good amount of regen with this build too. Ooh, ouch, that was a big hit. I think we're still good. Nice. That was an interesting build we got here, at least. Very different than any other Mac build. Well, I say very different. Not quite that different from the... We have a big giant weapon we're smashing him in the face with, just like when we had the femur build.
My battle days are over, but my weapons crave more.
Hoping for an upgrade. Deal 1 damage, poison equal this item's damage, multicast 3. Gloop flail. Alright. Sell that guy. Alright.
Bazaar is not kind.
I think we'll have to end it at the after the next fight, whatever that is. Ooh, fight a monster. Yeah, let's fight a monster. Let's see if we can get a good skill. Cosmic Rock, you have some haste things, don't you? Or cooldown reduction or something? When you crit haste, I don't have any crit chance though. I have small 5% chance to crit on that. I'm not sure where that's getting that 5% crit. I think I sold something for that crit earlier in the run. Alright, what do we get?
Not all my subjects survive my
When you crit charge. Yeah, that's the thing I got last time I fought that guy. Transform. Anything I want to transform? Does it have to be a small item? Yeah. Let's get silver tier item, see what we get. Burn equal to 50% of the burn on your non-fire claw items. Interesting. If we had a stacking burn build, that could be very strong. I don't think we're doing a stacking burn build though. Alright, last fight of the day, and I'll finish this run over the weekend once I have time probably, so let's see if we can beat her up with a moose staff. A staff of the moose to end the stream here. Crow's Nest, Shark Ray with heal. Swashbuckle that I've never seen. Am I about to die to a swashbuckle build? Maybe not, actually. We're at 100 and something regen. Oof, that was a big crit. Oh, he just full healed. Damn it. Oh, we had that if it wasn't heal on restorative shark ray. Okay. Damn. 8,000 heal that saved him there. The legendary swashbuckle. I think I actually did see that once before I started looking for it all the time. Alright, I don't know what enchants. I think this is my best item, so slow effect. Man, I'm gonna end the run. I didn't think I'd be doing this right here. Staff of the Moose. What does slow do? Just slows an item when it goes off. What about Sword Cane? If I could slow the Sword Cane? It would slow 2 items for 2 seconds every 5 seconds. That's pretty good, and that would proc this. I don't know, heal might be even better. I don't know, I'm gonna put slow on the Sword Cane. And then I'll have to tell you all how it goes off stream with this. That might not even be that good of a thing, but... Alrighty, my friends, I hope you'll enjoy this short stream.
I can hear you laughing.
I know I had to kind of miss some streams this week, and have some shorter streams, but it's been a busy week. Next week, hopefully, will be more of a normal schedule. Even though I have rehearsals and stuff for my new murder mystery gig, I don't think my stream schedule is going to be too different in the next couple of weeks. So, my friends, as usual, thank you for your salt support. The bits, follow, subs, give subs, lurking, hanging out, all the awesome stuff y'all do support stream. Next week will be FTL, and I might start playing something new apart from this, although I have been enjoying this. So we'll just kind of see if I get tired of losing on Mac or something next week. But y'all have a great weekend. It's Friday. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back next week. So until then, peace out, happy gaming. I'll see you at Shogi stream tonight if you come hang out there. Until then, y'all rock. Happy gaming. Later, my friends.